Hello and welcome to LifeStyles. I'm your host Tiffany. This program is brought to you exclusively by Fidelity Local 6 for your communities and about your communities. The program will focus on the people, places, businesses, and events in Nevada, El Dorado Springs, and Harrisonville. Join me and explore charitable activities, do-it-yourself projects, fashion, home decor, restaurants, businesses, and local events and activities. Feel free to check us out on Facebook at LifeStyles with Tiffany. Like my page and you can leave a comment, ask a question that you've been pondering, or thoughts on what you might like to see. Thank you for tuning in and having me in your living room. We decided that a holiday recipe contest would be a fun activity for our premiere show. We have been receiving lots of recipes and have picked the top 3 in each of the 2 categories, sweets and treats and crock-pot meals. Thank you to everyone who submitted a recipe. It was very difficult to pick just 3 in each of the categories. But we have, and our finalists are, score bars, Mom's 4-layer dessert, and chocolate mint cupcakes in the sweet and treats categories, and melt-in-your-mouth pot roast, beef tips and rice, and creamy Italian chicken in the crock-pot meals category. To help me with preparing all of these goodies, I have Tammy from Bridges Cafe on the square in downtown Nevada, Missouri. Thank you for being here, Tammy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Tiffany.
Great. We are so happy to have you participating in this. Your cafe will actually host the public taste test of our final products on Wednesday, December 2nd. This is so exciting to have everyone stop in and sample all of the foods and vote for their favorite. The winner will be announced the following day on Thursday, December 3rd. This is so much fun. It's great to have the public involved in picking winners. So just to let everyone know, it's Bridges Cafe at 114 North Cedar Street, downtown on the square in Nevada on Wednesday, December 2nd. Stop in, sample the foods, cast your vote for your favorite. Okay? So without further ado, let the cooking begin. We're going to start off with the sweets and treats because, well, who doesn't enjoy dessert before dinner?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Tammy, we are going to make a score bar dessert that is very simple, very few ingredients. We're going to start with 3/4 cup butter. Just slop that right in there.
Okay.
And we are going to add to that 1 package of either white or yellow cake mix. We used a yellow cake mix.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to have you kind of cut that in a little bit, and then we'll mix it with a hand mixer. While you're doing that, that sounded like the oven preheating. Let me get that going. So our oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I think we are probably moist enough we can use
the
this.
rest there.
So we're just going to mix this up real quick. And just make sure that that butter is well mixed in with that cake batter. Okay, so once that butter is well cut in, your cake batter should almost have a cornmeal type consistency. Then we are going to coat a jelly roll pan or a 1/4 sheet cake pan with nonstick cooking spray. And I'm going to step over to the sink so the floor is not a huge mess. And this is the fun part. We are going to pour that onto our pan. And we're just going to press it out to the edges using your fingers. This is such a quick and easy recipe. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to pour the can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk over the top of that. And she's just going to go back and forth across the pan And when she gets to the end, she'll just cut back up and down across it until it's all been distributed. Look at you making pretty designs.
Tic-tac-toe. Okay.
Okay, now this is called score bars, but it turns out in the Midwest, score chips are hard to find. So you can substitute Heath chips, which are a little bit easier to locate in this neck of the woods. So we're going to just pour them over the top.
Whole bag?
Whole bag.
That looks yummy.
Doesn't it? Just eat those chips.
I could.
And then we are going to top it with 3/4 cup chopped pecans.
Okay.
Pecans are going everywhere.
For the squirrels.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, and at this point, that is it. We're going to pop this in
How
the
easy
oven
is that?
for 20 to 25 minutes. Simple, quick, 20-25 minutes in the oven. Let them cool and then cut into bars. This is the score bar dessert. I'm at 54 Feet and Seed in Nevada, Missouri. Let's see what holiday treasures we can find. This is my favorite Christmas tree. I wonder if they could just move this to my home. Thanks for having us in your store.
Thank you.
Bells and bows for those unique Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. We're here at Bridges Cafe. Let's stop in and get a snack. Let's see what treats they have today. They smell so good. Okay, so our dessert has been in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I have taken them out and cut them. And here are the score bars.
And they look amazing, don't they?
They do. Shall we
Wonderful
dig in?
recipe. Yes, let's do. That's really good.
Yes, that is. It's
a good one.
outstanding. I see why this one made it to the top 3.
Me too.
Very
This
good.
would be a great holiday treat.
Simple, easy to make. Excellent. Those last minute, you want to come over and have a holiday dinner with our family and you need something quick and easy? Right here it is. Score
Very
bars.
good.
These were wonderful. Cavaners with gifts for everyone, from games to office supplies and, of course, books. stop in and see the folks at Chairmart because there's nothing like a comfortable piece of furniture.
Okay, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you.
Okay, Tammy, for our next dessert, we are going to be making Mom's 4-layer dessert. And again, I'm just amazed. The people in this community, or in all of the communities, are sending us really easy, quick, fun desserts to make.
And yummy looking.
Very much so. So this is, as we said, it's Mom's 4-layer dessert. So we're going to start with the first layer, which is 1 cup of flour. I'll let you put that in the bowl there. A half a cup of butter melted.
Okay.
And 1 cup chopped pecans.
Alrighty. And then we just mix that together.
Just mix that together.
And that's our first layer.
This will be the first layer. And this layer, let's see, we still have the oven. Is the oven still on from the previous? Yes, and it is also, this layer is going to bake for 350 for 20 minutes. Once they're combined, we're just going to press them into the bottom of this.
Okay. Alright. And again with our clean
And
hands.
again, yes. With as much butter and sugar as we've had on our hands, they're going to be very clean. I think I've washed my hands so many
Yes.
times I might be washing the skin right off of them.
So this will be chunky
Yes.
on the bottom here.
A little bit.
Like
Okay,
a crust.
so there we go. Yeah, this will be kind of like the crust. We're going to put this in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees.
Alright. Okay, so now we're ready for the second layer.
We are. So we're going to start off with 8 ounces of cream cheese softened.
All right.
The spoon.
Okay, and so then after the cream cheese, we've got a cup of powdered sugar.
Yes.
Okay.
And then 1 cup of Cool Whip from a 9-ounce container.
Okay. Thank you.
It's
I
magic.
could use my finger again and then I'd have to lick my finger. Okay. We'll just mix those. Do we mix this with a hand mixer or?
I'm
with a spoon?
gonna, with the, why don't we mix it up just a little bit with the spoon, and then I'm gonna suggest, because we're using the softened cream cheese, we might need the mixer to get it well
Yes.
blended.
I agree.
So,
Just try and coat the powdered sugar so we can have it.
right, so it doesn't
Yeah.
all over us.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I didn't think you could make Cool Whip better, but I really feel putting powdered sugar in it really does.
Yes, and that cream cheese. Oh, yeah.
Well, next I'm gonna find a spatula. I feel we're gonna need one to swipe.
If my
with.
kids were here, they'd come running to lick the spoon. It's one of the best parts.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Dress code, unique holiday fashions for her. All right, so our second layer is in and smoothed out. I will tell you that if your cream cheese is a little bit still too cold, it may be thick and difficult to spread. Don't be afraid to get your fingers in there. That's kind of the best way to get that spread out and nice and even. So, layer number 3, we're going to start with 2 packages of instant chocolate pudding mix, the 3-ounce size, not the giant size, guys. Or in my case, I would take the giant size because I love chocolate pudding. The more, the merrier.
Absolutely. All right, 2 packages.
Follow that with 3 cups of cold milk.
And we've got that measured out here already.
Yes, we do. Okay. And mix the pudding and milk.
All right, so we get to
Use the mixer
use the
again.
hand mixer again. Now be sure to mix it really good this time.
As you mix it, it should start to thicken. It doesn't, it just says to mix the pudding and milk and pour it over second layer.
So just mix until smooth. Okay, so there's mixed until smooth.
Alrighty.
Now we'll put this layer of chocolate pudding on there.
Great. I love the holidays, mostly for the desserts. I'm
Oh,
just
yes.
not even gonna lie.
I always eat the dessert first. which
That's
is-
the best because you can always take dinner home
Yes.
or reheat it, but desserts are only best when they're served right out of the oven or right out of the fridge.
Yes, and I always want to make sure I have room for the dessert. I don't want to not
Right,
get
right.
any.
That's my biggest problem. If I eat my meal, then I'm not hungry for dessert.
Exactly.
And then I eat it anyway, and then I'm miserable.
And then you're miserable. Yes. Okay.
Okay, the next is going to be to put the Cool Whip topping on.
Okay.
Let me rinse this off so you can just use
All right,
this. I'll just
thank
rinse
you.
this right off.
Just scoop it with this and then we'll smooth it out with that one. Okay, there you go. If you want to smooth that out.
Sure. I'm not the best at smoothing, it turns out.
Well, when you're making it for your own family, don't be afraid to use your
Use
hands.
your hands, get your hands in there. It's very true. Or, you know, even if you're not, just be sure and tell people that you used your
Yes.
I made dessert, but my fingers have been in it, so enjoy at your own risk.
There you go.
Okay,
All right.
outstanding. This just looks wonderful.
Well, Merry Christmas and welcome to Ellis Furniture.
Thank you for having us in your store.
We're glad to have you.
Ellis's Furniture, because who doesn't need a new living room set for Christmas? Okay, so now let's sprinkle some pecans on the top of this, just for some
Alrighty.
garnish. Perfect. And we'll grate some chocolate bar on the top of it.
Yummy.
This is going to be a little loud. There we
Looky
go.
there.
And voila, dessert number 2. We are
Yes.
on a roll. Our final dessert is going to be some chocolate mint cupcakes that
Yes.
just look phenomenal.
Yes,
So-
they do.
Okay, so here is Mom's 4-layer dessert. Are we ready to try it? And we
Yes,
are
it looks
literally
amazing.
just going to dig in.
Yep, just like at home.
It's a really big bite.
It's delicious. It's gonna be hard to choose.
It's going to be very difficult.
Yep, that's good.
And we still have the mint cupcakes coming up next.
Yep.
So
We'll
let's
have to
get
take another bite.
I might be right there with you on that one.
That's a good one.
It's very good. Okay, well, let's get the ingredients ready for the cupcakes and get going on those.
Okay, sounds good.
Welcome to Interior Motives.
Merry Christmas to you.
And you too.
Okay, so we're ready to start our final dessert, which is a mint chocolate chip cupcake. But since Tammy, her restaurant, her cafe sells cupcakes, she didn't want to bias anyone's opinions on the cupcakes, so she's going to step away for just a little bit while I prepare the mint chocolate chip cupcakes, and then Tammy will rejoin us for the slow cooker. Okay, we're back. Tammy has stepped out to not be involved in the baking of the cupcakes since her restaurant does cupcakes. So we're going to start making chocolate mint cupcakes. And I'm going to read the ingredients as they were sent to us, but we are cutting this in half. So what I'm pouring in is actually half of what the actual recipe calls for. So we're going to start with 2 cups of sugar, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup Hershey's cocoa, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs. One cup of milk, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, Okay, the last ingredient for the muffins is this boiling water, but we're going to start by mixing this up first. And as we mix this, we're going to then grab a handheld mixer and beat it. Now that the wet and dry ingredients are well mixed, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and we're going to stir in 1 cup of boiling water. Your batter for these cupcakes will be a little bit thinner than what you are used to seeing on cupcakes. Once this is all stirred and mixed up very well, we will pour it in our lined muffin tins, about 2/3 full, and then bake for 18 to 20 minutes until when you insert a toothpick and pull it out, it comes out with moist crumbs.
Hello, welcome to Kitchen Essentials.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. Clever. Stop in to Kitchen Essentials for all of your kitchen needs and complimentary coffee. Merry
Welcome
Christmas.
To Fidelity Patch Quilts and Fabrics.
Thank
I'm
you
glad
for
came
having us
today.
in your store. Okay, so we have everything all nice and mixed. We're going to fill our cupcake tins with 2/3 of the way full with this batter. Like I said, this batter is much thinner than what you would normally see in a cupcake batter, so I'm going to use a ladle so I don't make a mess, which probably will still make a mess. So once all of our cupcake tins are filled, again, we're going to cook these at 350 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes. So as I finish filling these cupcakes and put them in the oven, we will be right back after a few messages. Reinhardt Jewelry, put a little sparkle in your holidays. Okay, so the cupcakes are baking in the oven, and we are going to make the cupcake filling, the chocolate ganache. We're going to start with 1/2 cup chocolate chips, 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract, and 1/3 cup powdered sugar. We're going to mix this all together. Get that powdered sugar mixed up very, very well. I know you're thinking, what am I going to do with those chocolate chips in there? We're actually going to microwave this until it is a thin paste. So once this is all mixed up really good, we're going to pop it in the microwave. And as soon as those cupcakes are done, we're going to fill them. Okay, so we're going to microwave this for 1 minute at 50%. If you microwave it on high, you will burn the chocolate. So 1 minute at 50%. So here is our finished chocolate filling for the cupcakes. And as soon as the cupcakes pop out of the oven, we'll fill them.
Well, Merry Christmas and welcome to Ellis Furniture.
Thank you for having us in your store.
We're glad to have you.
Ellis's Furniture, because who doesn't need a new living room set for Christmas? And we're back to fill our cupcakes. Now, the recipe requires that you put your chocolate filling in a baker's bag with a small tip and insert it into the cupcakes and fill the cupcakes that way. Not everybody may have baker's bags, so I'm going to show you a little quick trick. Using a large straw, poke it down the center of the cupcake, creating a hole. And then we're just gonna fill our cupcakes. Nice and easy. It's just a simple way, just a little kitchen hack. I can remember as a kid getting filled cupcakes and wondering how they got that filling inside. Perfect. Oh, this one needs a little more. The hole just took all that I put in there. There we go. Okay, they are ready to be frosted. Okay, so we have finished filling our cupcakes, and now we are going to make the frosting. We're going to start with 1 cup of butter softened and 8 ounces of cream cheese softened to room temperature. Okay, we're going to beat the butter and the cream cheese until they are light and fluffy. Okay, our butter and cream cheese are mixed well. We're gonna add the powdered sugar and then mix it with this until it is all nice and smooth and all of your powdered sugar is well dissolved into this mix. This is going to be 32 ounces of powdered sugar, which is about 7 cups of powdered sugar. I know that seems like a lot, but powdered sugar mixes down pretty quickly. Dress code, unique holiday fashions for her.
Welcome to Interior Motives.
Merry Christmas to you.
And you too.
Okay, so we are all light and fluffy. We're now going to add 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of peppermint extract. And again, we're going to beat this all together. You'll begin to smell that peppermint extract. Once you've got this all beat up and you have light and fluffy, it should form little peaks as you pull the blender out. You're going to add green food coloring until you reach the desired color of frosting that you would like. Okay. And we have beautiful green frosting.
Hello, welcome to Kitchen Essentials.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. Clever. Stop in to Kitchen Essentials for all of your kitchen needs and complimentary coffee. Okay, so I have filled a pastry bag with our frosting. If you don't have a pastry bag, you can just frost them with a butter knife or a spatula, or if you would like, you could take a Ziploc bag and clip a very tiny piece off the corner, fill the Ziploc bag with your frosting, push it all down to that corner, and use that bag to pipe out your frosting. But we're just gonna use this, and we're just gonna pipe right around. Also, if you feel your frosting is too thin, you can add more powdered sugar to thicken it up. Okay? Once you have your frosting on your cupcakes, the remainder of the chocolate filling that you used, your chocolate ganache, stir it up. If it has gotten a little bit too thick, you can pop it in the microwave again. Remember, at 50%, chocolate will burn very quickly in the microwave. So we're just going to take this and we're going to come right over and just drizzle it on our cupcakes. There's no real method to this. You're just going to drizzle it in any pattern that you would like. And then we will top them with Andy's mints. It works best if you just break them in half and stick them in. Voila! Chocolate mint cupcakes. Okay, so I am going to try one of these cupcakes while we go to a message and wait for Tammy to return so that we can start on our slow cooker recipes. They smell so good.
Okay, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you.
Okay, so for our first slow cooker recipe, we have a creamy Italian chicken that is a very quick and simple slow cooker meal here. So we're going to start off with a 3-pound bag of frozen chicken breasts or tenders. We'll just pop these little guys right in here. Seems like a lot of chicken, doesn't it? Okay.
Feed a lot of people.
Followed by, I'll just let you scoop that in there.
Okay.
1 can of cream of chicken soup. And it will be followed by a half a can of water. Okay. Alrighty, and then 1 package of zesty Italian dressing mix.
Sprinkle all over the top.
Just sprinkle it all over the top.
All right.
I love the smell of Italian
Oh, it
seasonings.
smells amazing. Okay, there you go. Is that really it?
No, we also have an 8-ounce package of chive cream cheese. Stop in and see the folks at Chairmart because there's nothing like a comfortable piece of furniture.
Is it
Last
the final
ingredient.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. And do we smooth this across the top, or what do we do with this one here? Just kind
We
of
just drop it in.
drop it in. Okay, now that makes it even better. Cream cheese and Italian.
I know, exactly, right? That is everything. 1 3-pound bag of frozen chicken breasts or tenders, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 1 package of zesty Italian dressing mix, and an 8-ounce package of chive cream cheese. Place all of it in a crock pot and cook until the chicken is cooked all the way through, about 4 to 6 hours.
All right.
And serve over wild rice. Okay, well, we're back and our creamy Italian chicken is done.
And it looks amazing.
It does. It really smells really delicious. So we're going to give this a try, see what we've got here.
Creamy Italian chicken. It's pretty good.
That is pretty good for
You
something
can
that
taste the
quick.
Italian in it.
Yes, you can.
Try the rice. The rice really absorbs the flavor too.
Does
It's
it?
good. It's really good.
Oh, it's very good. Everybody that comes in to sample these are going to be in for just such a wonderful treat.
Yes, they are.
These dishes so far have all been wonderful. So I guess we will prepare to fix the next one.
Yes.
And while we set up, we'll be back after these messages. Cavaners with gifts for everyone, from games to office supplies and, of course, books.
Merry Christmas!
Merry
Welcome
Christmas.
to Nine Patch Quilt and Fabrics.
Thank you for having us in your store. So, Tammy, the chicken and rice was wonderful. Our next slow cooker recipe is beef tips and rice. This, again, is a fairly simple put together
Not
meal.
very many ingredients.
Not much at all. So we're going to start with 2 pounds of stew meat. We have cubed this into about 1 by 1 inch cubes.
Put that right in there.
Okay. 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. You all may notice that I'm kind of stepped back out of the cooking process of this one. Unfortunately, I am allergic to mushrooms, so I'm letting Tammy do all the prep on this one. Because, you know, I feel anaphylactic shock is not a great thing for a TV show.
No. Okay.
Okay, so then you're going to use 1 can of water to add to that cream of mushroom soup,
Alrighty.
followed by 1 package of brown gravy mix.
There we go.
Very good. Then we've got 1 package of dry onion soup mix. Smells good.
Yep. Okay.
And salt and pepper to taste. Let me grab the salt and pepper real quick.
Alright, salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
To taste. So probably not the whole thing, and that's
Probably not.
probably
That's probably good.
a fair amount of pepper there. Okay.
And then we need 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Now it is, I'm guilty of this as well. When I see one of these, this whole garlic, it looks like a lot of work to create the chopped garlic, and so I always substitute with garlic powder or garlic salt. But then I recently discovered this is a very easy task. You peel the outer layer off of your garlic. Then you have little nodules that look like this. You just pop one of those off. the bottom end where it comes off of the stem. You're just going to trim just a little piece of that off. And then that heart just peels right off. It just pops right off. You have a smooth garlic clove. Chop that up. We have got 3 of those chopped up here. Add those to the mix.
Garlic.
Okay. Just mix that all around really good. We're going to pop that in the slow cooker, and we are going to cook on low heat for 6 to 8 hours and serve over rice.
All right.
So while this cooks, we are going to take a quick break. Reinhardt Jewelry, put a little sparkle in your holidays. We're here at Bridges Cafe. Let's stop in and get a snack. Let's see what treats they have today. They smell so good. Okay, so here are our beef tips over rice, and you are going to be the taste test on this one.
I feel bad you don't get to try this
It
one.
smells wonderful. Unfortunately, it seems like every time there's something that's made with mushrooms, it smells so good.
And it is good. Sorry to tell you. It is. It's a good one.
I knew that was going to be the case. Well, I guess since I'm not going to get any, I guess the crew will be eating
Yes.
beef tips and rice this evening. Well, we will prepare everything for our 3rd slow cooker dinner and be right back. Bells and bows for those unique Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Welcome back. We are ready to start our 3rd slow cooker meal. Tammy, we are going to make melt in your mouth pot roast in a slow cooker. So we're going to start with mixing together the seasoning mix. And we'll start with 2 tablespoons of steak seasoning.
And just mix it all right in here.
Okay,
Mix
sure.
it all together. All right.
You can use a store-bought steak seasoning that has a blend of peppercorns, garlic, paprika, parsley, and salt. Or if you make your own steak seasoning, you can use your own in this as well. Add to your steak seasoning 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of dried thyme.
If you got the time.
We all have the time. And 1 tablespoon of dried rosemary
All
to
right.
complete the seasoning mix. Okay, we're going to combine those together in just a small container or a bowl. We're just going to use this little cup, mix them up, and set it aside. We'll add those to our pot roast here shortly. All right, so I have divided up our seasoning mix into 3 parts because we want to coat our pot roast with 1/3 on one side, 1/3 on the other, and then
Okay.
the remaining third we'll use when we're searing it. So we'll start with coating it with oil.
Okay.
Both sides all
Both
around. I'm going to
sides.
let you get your hands real messy right here. I chose a 3-pound pot roast to make this. It seems to work best with this recipe.
And do we use all the oil on this, or some of it for the?
No, you don't need to use it, just as long as you get it fully coated.
Okay, there
Yeah,
we go.
the amount is not.
And then the seasonings on both sides.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, my hands are getting slippery now.
I'm gonna rub that one around. Flip him over, and I'll sprinkle
Okay.
that for you
Thank
since
you.
you're
Yes.
slippery.
Yes. All right. That looks
Once
good
you have
already.
that well rubbed into your pot roast, you will sear on both sides of the meat in a large skillet over medium to high heat, and then transfer the roast to a slow cooker. Now, because of time restraints, we have a guest chef who's going to come in and sear this for us while we set up for the remainder of this crock pot meal. Oh, listen to that sizzle. We're going to start smelling those spices pretty quickly. Yep, I'm smelling it now. That moving it side to side got it really going.
Got that aroma breaking up and filling this kitchen. Looks so good.
What a great job our guest chef is doing.
Yes, she's doing a phenomenal job.
I'm at 54 Feet and Seed in Nevada, Missouri. Let's see what holiday treasures we can find. This is my favorite Christmas tree. I wonder if they could just move this to my home. Thanks for having us in your store.
Thank you.
Tammy, we are back with our melt in your mouth pot roast, and we are ready to add the vegetables. So we're going to start with 1 pound of carrots, peeled and cut into large chunks, but we have used baby carrots for saving of time. We're going to add to that 2 pounds of potatoes, peeled and cut into large chunks, which we have also done over the break. You can put in 2 stalks of celery if you choose. We chose not to, and we're going to move right on into a large onion cut into big chunks, and just add that to this, and we should be good to go.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All of the vegetables in one large mixing bowl. And we will we'll drizzle some olive oil over the top of this. And then we will also sprinkle on the remaining seasoning mix. Let me grab some olive oil and we will add the seasoning. And we're back with our olive oil. So we're just going to drizzle this over these vegetables and then add the remaining third of the seasoning mix that we prepared at the beginning.
Okay.
And then we're going to add these vegetables to the same skillet that we seared the meat in, which by the way still is smelling fantastic.
Yes.
And we're going to saute them for about 5 minutes with occasional stirring, and then we will transfer these to the top of our pot roast in the slow cooker. Okay, so we'll bring back our guest chef.
Listen to that. Sounds so cool when he starts to saute, doesn't it?
Yes. Oh, you can smell those seasonings even in those vegetables like that.
Yes, they smell wonderful. Can't wait to try this one.
So we're just going to add those to this
Okay. Ooh, and that's a hot
hot
pan.
pot. That's probably good.
Yeah.
We may have overcooked just a tad.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so with the vegetables in here, we are going to add 1 cup of beef broth.
Okay.
Okay. And we are going to cover this with the lid and cook on low for 9 hours or on high for 6 hours. Okay, so after 9 hours, this is what we have. Looks and smells wonderful. Juices out and put them in a small saucepan. Bring them to a simmer over medium heat on the stove top. Whisk together with cornstarch and a little bit of water. Blend those while whisking and bring them back to a simmer until they've thickened to make gravy, and just add seasoning to taste if you need to, salt or pepper. This actually just was wonderful as was, so we didn't have to add anything to it. So let's dig in. Let's give this a try.
Okay.
I'm so ready for this. This meat is so tender, it just literally pulls apart. Now, some people might be a little bit concerned about the small amount of fluid that's in this. It's just that 1 cup of broth and a half cup of water. The crock pot actually steams the vegetables and the meat. So the one thing you don't want to do is open the crock pot a whole lot or add any more juices to it or any more fluids to it than need be. Just let it cook. And you end up with this beautiful pot roast with potatoes, carrots, and onions. Let's dig in.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to add some of this gravy
Yes.
over the top of mine. It's so good. That meat is so tender.
Would you mind filling me up too?
I will certainly.
Thank you. Yeah.
Delicious. Oh, that is delicious. That gravy is wonderful. Yes, it is. That it's very, very good. Good vegetables too. Okay, so we have created 3 delectable desserts and 3 tasty crock pot meals. I wanted to thank you, Tammy, for being here with me today. Remember, everyone, that the recipe contest is a public vote, so be sure and pop into Bridges Cafe at 114 North Cedar Street, downtown on the square in Nevada, Missouri, on Wednesday, December 2nd, to sample all of the great things we made today and vote on your favorite. All winners will be notified afterwards. And thank you so much for being here. That's all for today. Thank you all for having me in your home. I am Tiffany. This has been LifeStyles. Remember, take time to have fun. See you next time. Promotional consideration paid for by the following.